cab door swung shut behind me with a soft thud, releasing me into the crisp embrace of the mountain air. A cool breeze tickled my face, carrying the fresh, resinous scent of pine trees interwoven with the delicate perfume of wildflowers, a fragrance that seemed to hum with the pulse of the wilderness. Before me stood the resort, an elegant yet rustic haven, its wooden beams weathered by time, ivy-clad walls climbing toward the sky, and stone accents grounding it in the earth. The sun was setting, casting a warm, amber glow across the treetops and the jagged silhouette of the mountains in the distance, their peaks kissed by the fading light. I pulled my suitcase behind me, its wheels catching on the uneven surface of the stone path beneath my boots, each step a tactile reminder of my arrival. Scattered around the entrance were large, stylish flower pots brimming with white and light blue hydrangeas, their vibrant blooms adding a touch of color and charm to the otherwise earthy tones of the surroundings. It was beautiful, the kind of beauty that defied description. A scene I imagined Sonia might have plucked from the glossy pages of a lifestyle magazine she secretly adored. I made a mental note to snap some pictures for my mom, though I doubted they'd capture the soul of this place. Maya! The sound of my name pulled me from my reverie, and I turned just as Sonia's voice rang out, bright with excitement. She approached with a smile, her fitted olive green dress hugging her frame, high heels clicking against the stone, her auburn hair styled in loose waves that danced in the breeze. Her makeup was subtle, a natural glow that enhanced her features, and she reached out, enveloping me in a friendly hug followed by a kiss on each cheek. "You made it!" she exclaimed, her voice a melody of relief and joy. "How was the drive? I hope it wasn't too bad." I chuckled, gesturing to the scenery around us. "That's a pretty high standard you're setting. I mean, look at this place." Sonia stepped back, her hands brushing my shoulders before falling to her sides, her eyes sparkling with mischief. "Just wait until you see the inside. But first, come with me. You should say hi to Tilly before she runs into you on her own." We ascended the slight hill to the entrance, my suitcase rolling behind me, its rhythm a counterpoint to the silence that settled between us. I was glad for it, the quiet allowing the beauty to seep into my bones. The entrance to the resort was as captivating as the exterior, the wood-paneled lobby illuminated by sunlight streaming through white curtains, casting delicate shadows across the modestly decorated space. The chatter and laughter of guests filled the air, their voices a soft hum as they lounged in velvet armchairs scattered throughout the room. Everything was tasteful, elegant without excess, a harmony of design and nature. Through a pair of double doors, I spotted Tilly at a low table, adjusting a massive table plan with the help of two resort staff members who looked bored to death, their expressions a stark contrast to her energy. Her curly brown hair was unmistakable, as was her cheerful voice cutting through the din. "Tilly," Sonia called out, and Tilly's head snapped up, her smile widening as she saw me. "Maya, there you are," she shouted, a bit too loudly, rising from the table and nearly knocking over a book in her haste. She ran over, and I barely had time to set my bag down before she enveloped me in a big hug, the scent of oranges, likely from her shampoo, filling my senses. When she let go, her bright smile greeted me. "You're late," she teased playfully. "I'm on time, but I've been waiting for ages. You owe me a couple of spooky stories now. Did you bring your tarot deck?" "Of course," I said, and Tilly raised her fist in a victorious gesture, though her face turned serious. "Well, we've had some strange things happening up here too, so you'll have to tell me if you notice anything. Like last night, the lights." "Tilly, you're going to scare her away," Sonia interrupted, her tone light but firm. "At least let her get inside and put down her bag." Tilly blushed, waving a hand. "Fine, fine. We'll talk about it over dinner." "I'll hold you to that," I replied, and she pointed to a table at the back of the hall, covered with floral arrangements, table settings, and seating charts. "We're still figuring out the layout for tonight's dinner. Your opinion would be invaluable." "Of course," I said, grateful for the distraction from the unease her words had stirred. We spent the next hour helping Sonia make decisions, holding up tablecloths for her to judge in the lighting, Tilly convincing the staff to adjust the dimmer switch to test the mood. It was the most fun I'd had in ages, a rare ease settling over me as I worked with them. Sonia never grew frustrated, adapting to mistakes with a smile that felt both impressive and unsettling. I wondered if it was a performance, but when she caught my eye and winked, I couldn't tell if it was reassurance or amusement. "All right," Sonia said finally. "We're done here. Tilly, show Maya to her room. I'll see you at dinner later." Tilly saluted playfully, and I chuckled, the laughter a welcome release. As we left, I glanced back at Sonia by the window, her auburn hair catching the light, a glimmer in her eyes I couldn't decipher before it vanished, replaced by her enigmatic aura. The evening unfolded with elegance, the large hall alive with the clink of glasses and the murmur of conversation, chandeliers and candlelight casting a warm glow over everything. A breeze drifted in from the open terrace doors, the outside dark and cold, a stark contrast to the cozy heat within. Sonia was the center of attention, radiant in a red dress that seemed to draw every eye, her presence a beacon amid the revelry. I sat with Tilly at one of the long tables, her voice a steady stream as she recounted sneaking out last night to meet friends, when Brad's voice boomed, drowning out the room. All right," he shouted, standing beside Sonia with a half-empty glass of whiskey, his face flushed. "Can I have everyone's attention, please? Jonesy, that means you too. Shut up for a second." The room fell silent, all eyes turning to him. Sonia faced him, waiting, her expression unreadable. "First," he continued, his voice rising, "thanks for coming all the way out here. I know it's not a short drive. There's no cell service up here in the mountains, which is how I like it." Laughter rippled through the crowd, and Brad paused, pleased, before pressing on. "But seriously, this isn't about the drive or the pancakes or any of that. It's about her, the woman who somehow agreed to marry me. Can you believe it? Me, the groom." The crowd cheered, glasses clinking in agreement, and Sonia looked embarrassed but took it in stride, a boredom flickering beneath her poise. Brad grew bolder. "I've been called a lot of things: loud, stubborn, a pain in the ass, but lucky. That's new. I guess I just had to find Sonia to get that title. So here's to love, to being lucky, and to the day I got the girl." More laughter and applause filled the room, the energy intoxicating. Yet I couldn't shake a sense that Brad held something back. His smile carried an edge, a jest that masked a deeper truth. And though Sonia didn't laugh, others shouted loving remarks her way. The toast continued, Brad recounting drunken tales of their mountain escapades, thanking everyone from his fishing buddy to the resort staff for enduring. Two lovebirds stuck with a bunch of wolves. The room buzzed with wine-fueled joy, but my unease lingered, Brad's gaze on Sonia feeling possessive. Tilly's voice pulled me back. "Look, Maya, they brought out dessert, mini cheesecakes and cupcakes." I ate a few, sipping more wine to calm my nerves, but the feeling persisted. Eventually, I excused myself, stepping outside into the cool mountain air, the stars shining brightly above, the crescent moon a sliver over the trees. I inhaled deeply, the scent of forest grounding me, when the door opened behind me. Brad emerged, smiling, his words slurred. "Hey Maya, heading out already? The night's still young." He sat beside me, a new whiskey in hand, his demeanor shifted from jovial to probing. "Why are you out here?" I asked. He chuckled. "Why are you?" I turned to the sky. "Just wanted fresh air." "You're thinking about something," he said, pointing at my face. "Sonia gets that look all the time. What's on your mind?" His bluntness startled me. "I'm fine, elite." "Sure you are," he said, sipping his drink. "All right, listen, I know I said some strange things tonight. That toast? What was that all about?" I asked too late. He laughed, breath frosting. "Don't worry, I like saying things like that when I've had a few. I hunt, you know. You'd understand if you saw the things I've seen up here." His grin, sharp in the moonlight, unnerved me. "Want to see something cool? I've got a Wendigo, the cannibal spirit. It's in the storage with the field equipment. Sonia doesn't want me messing with it, but it's real, Maya. The stories are true." I stared, shocked by his seriousness. Are you joking? No, he grinned. It's there. Want to see? I straightened. I'll pass. He laughed. Suit yourself. Maybe some other time. He walked away, leaving a chill in my gut. I woke to a cloudy, misty morning, the peace shattered by Brad's drunken ramblings. His talk of the resort, of what lay buried beneath, and truths hidden in plain sight gnawed at me. Anyone else, and I'd have dismissed it as a scare tactic, but Brad's conviction lent it weight. Sonia's flicker of warning during his toast haunted me. When Tilly knocked, eager to explore the storage room, I hesitated, then agreed. We navigated a narrow corridor, footsteps echoing, passing indifferent staff. Tilly's devilish grin teased. What? Scared? This is your thing. Strange mysteries, creepy legends, bizarre experiments. Yeah, but usually I don't break the law, I muttered. This isn't breaking in, the door's open. Just urban exploration, she countered, reaching a steel-reinforced door that seemed out of place, more suited to a lab. It opened easily and we stepped inside. The air was cold, metallic, the dim light from high windows casting gray shadows. The room was vast, shelves laden with boxes, containers, and objects, more a collection than storage. Strange devices blinked green on tables, walls covered with charts, claw marks, and snow patterns. Tilly inspected a numbered box. What is all this? Is Brad researching? My eyes caught a bulletin board, skeletal remains, antler growth notes. If this is his research, he's thorough. I chuckled nervously. Tilly flipped open a notebook. Cartilage mutation, instability curve. What does that mean? Shoo! I hissed, feeling a need for silence. No cages, just notes and tools. Disappointed yet relieved, I whispered, "Let's get out." Footsteps approached, slow, deliberate. "I told you to drop it," Sonia's voice snapped. "I'm not letting it go," Brad slurred. I pulled Tilly behind a shelf of jars, the air thick with alcohol and decay. Brad swayed in, sober but upset. Sonia followed, tense. "You're not capable," she said. "You think you're better?" Brad grabbed her necklace, the pendant, a coal-carved diamond, falling. He twitched, antlers sprouting. Sonia screaming as her form twisted, bony and monstrous. They turned toward us, and I froze, the room's atmosphere shifting, a silent coldness enveloping us. Are you brave enough to peer into this tale of transformation and terror? Or does the Wendigo's shadow lurking in the mountains stir a fear you'd rather flee?